Hello everyone, my name is Masterofroflness and welcome to Empires of the Undergrowth. In this game you play as an ant colony trying to survive in a gigantic world. Now this is currently the alpha build to Empires of the Undergrowth, so a lot of the stuff you'll be seeing right now is still subject to change. In this alpha build we'll only be able to have access to the underground portion of the game, which is not the final version, as in the final version of the game you can go on the surface level and fight neutral monsters and opposing ant colonies. So yeah, let's just start this baby up. Into the video camera we go. To that sweet 720p resolution. In any case, welcome to Empires of the Undergrowth. This is our queen. She is lovely. Her name is Stephanie. Now Stephanie needs food in order to construct worker ants and black ants. Black ants are our soldier units. Worker ants are just worker units. In the final version of the game, worker ants can fight, but in this version of the game, they cannot fight. So we need the black ants in order to fight for the colony. Food storage is an important tile, as we need food storage in order to store food. If we can't store food, we can't use it, which means that's a lot of wasted resources. And that's basically the gist of this game. In the alpha version, all we have to do is kill the enemy units that are represented by the red points, and then that's it. In the final version, we will again be versing off against opposing ant colonies, vying for control of the planet. So that should be fun. In any case, I'm just gonna dig. This hammer over here will allow me to destroy tiles. I have to only destroy these tiles over here, as the darker ones I can't really destroy, which is unfortunate. So yeah, let's produce 3 soldier ants and then a couple workers. We can construct on any tile as long as we dig it out. So let's go ahead and just do that. So far, I gotta say, I kind of like the idea of this game. I love the fact that I get to finally play a RTS game that doesn't necessarily have the same conventions as an RTS game with shooty armies. Instead, I'm just an ant colony, just chilling out. Look at this queen over here. She's so cute. You lose the game if the queen's killed, but I mean, that's fucking obvious, right? And in the final version of the game, there will be multiple types of ants. I wonder if we'll get some male drones, because that would be wonderful, having flying ants and, you know, doing strafing runs and destroying enemy ant colony positions. That'd be wonderful. Or just seeing the male ants, that'd be cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep digging to the right side. I remember I tested out this alpha build a while back, and unfortunately if we go over here, this area unlocks and then we get attacked by 3 beetles? No, they're worms. Not really sure what they're called actually, but 3 things that aren't necessarily going to be our friends. So anything that isn't our friend in my book is considered something that we should probably take heed to avoiding. Alright, so we have 4 soldiers, 13 workers. Not a lot of food, but we will get more as we dig out more of these tiles. The spoon and the knife. Did I just say spoon and knife? You know, if you just combine a spoon and a fork, then you get a spork. So, you know, maybe that's where my confusion led to. But essentially, if we go to the fork and the knife tile, then we can get some more food. Why are these not represented by chopsticks? That'd be way cooler, actually. I wonder in the Chinese version of this game, will they have chopsticks as a replacement? Alright, so let's go ahead and get more workers so that we can get more chopsticks or sporks. I'm trying to combine black ants and worker ants in these little tiles, tile areas over here, because I just want both of these areas to be a little bit, I want them both to be complemented. I've always wanted to have an ant farm, actually. I remember in elementary school I asked one of my teachers, hey, can I have your ant farm? And she's like, no, they're very expensive and dear to me. And I'm like, okay, bitch. I didn't say that, but I was a little bit disappointed. But I didn't really get the point of an ant farm without a colony, a queen, you know? Like, they just get food and they live for about 2 years and that's it. I wanna have a queen. I wanna have a functioning empire, but sadly, ant farms can only be so big, so you don't really want to do that unless you want like 1 million ant farm, but that's just crazy, and I don't really have the space for that. In the final version of the game, you will be able to go to surface level and fight, like I said, neutral bugs such as scorpions and tarantulas and the like. And the enemy ant colony will also be competing against you for these resources as well. Alright, let's get more black ants. Come on. Black ants are pretty costly. They cost 10 food to produce, which is not good. This is not the amazing savings of ants, alright? This is not the Costco ant. This is more of the very high premium, high stakes ant. You know, speaking of ants that they could add in, I hope they add in the African driver ant. I heard that's like the only ant in history to actually try to consume human beings by just gnawing at them. Like a 10 million African driver ants will just completely engulf a human being and just consume them right down to the bone. At least that's a story of the African driver ant. I'm not sure if that's actually real. I mean, it's possible that they consumed the human being that was dead, but alive? No. No, crazier things have been seen. There's also slavery that'll be introduced into this game too, so there's a type of ant that can actually enslave other ants in our world, so be interesting to enslave enemy colony units, get a bunch of black ants for free. Let's get some food storage here. We need some more food storage in the future because that's a lot of food, actually. And some more black ants. Why not? Put some worker ants. 21 workers. 10 black ants. Okay, I think we might be strong enough to maybe take on these 3 beetle-like creatures. I'm not sure what they're called. I completely... I've derped out many times in my life, and I used to be a little bit more knowledgeable at insects and arachnids, but God, now I just don't know I just know fuck all right now. My brain has been completely replaced by memes. I used to be into dinosaurs. Now I don't even know what a pterodactyl is. It's a sad state of growing up. You don't know what a pterodactyl is. I remember I once called it a pterodactyl, and that was hilarious. Alright, so let's see. Do I want to face off against these guys that are by themselves, or go after the big daddies? You know what? Let's face after this one, first and foremost. Let's try to not go crazy and face off against the entire world at the same time. Let's not be, you know, the James Bond, the James Bourne, the John Wick of ants. Alright, let's try to be the more conservative, the more level-headed kind of guy. Though I guess action heroes aren't really level-headed. Ever. Come on, we need more black ants. Yeah, well, I want to make a river of black ants. Is that their actual species terminology? Is that what they're called? Like designations? Are they called black ants? Is there an actual like species name maybe? I suppose these aren't called worker ants. Kind of weird to see different species of ants canoodling with each other. There's also honeypot ants in this game, which I cannot wait to see because they look retarded. They have like gigantic butts and they store honey inside these butts. And then different ants go and suck up their butt in order to get honey. It's kind of wonderful. Go! Fight, black ants! As you can see, black ants individually are not strong, but same with ants in general. However, in a swarm, they are strong. We finally killed him. The beast is dead. Long live the queen. Alright, down you go. I'll have to deal with this guy. There's a huge chunk of food here. Tons of food. And over here, there's also a lot of food, but a lot of enemies, so that's gonna be a problem. Some enemies here. You know what? Because this is closer, let's go ahead and dig this area out. There we go. It's clear I'm gonna need more black ants because we're losing tons of them already. If you lose a black ant, I think it's replaced by 1 food? Yeah, I think it is actually. Because it takes 1 to hatch. This game is actually currently on Kickstarter, and I'll put a link in the description below for the Kickstarter page. Oh, fuck me. Run, worker ants, run! I gotta say the AI maybe should be a little bit more developed for the worker ants. Maybe they should run away. Or maybe they shouldn't. Maybe that's the whole point, that they, that it's a risk and reward type deal. That you have to produce black ants and you have to take losses. But then again, worker ants will fight in the final version of the game, so that is something to, I suppose, realize. Come on. Come on. Black ants! Let's make these battles very hard to deal with, though. These three creatures are kicking my butt. I'm trying my damnedest to kill these things. There we go. Send in the Baneling. Why are we just sending in Zerglings? Oh. We've killed this mighty beast. I again have no idea what these things are. I don't even know if that's the sound they make when they die. I'm pretty sure that's not the sound they make when they die, but whatever. I now have only 11 black ants, because those are the ones that survived. And because that was a lot of food wasted, well, I'm not really going to get a lot of food now, because that was a lot of food wasted in order to try and, bring back my black ant population. Kind of like how we're trying to bring back pandas from extinction, or endangerment rather. But you know for a fact they're going to be extinct. By making them breed and stuff, we're doing the same thing, but with food. Come on. Bring back the food. One more black ant. There we go. Okay, and we'll build a yellow brick road to this food resource. And then afterwards we will deal with these three, which will unlock all this food, but also 2 more enemy units. This underground section will be very important to Empires of the Undergrowth's PvP campaign. I mean, not campaign, battles, where you're fighting against different ant colonies. These underground sections will be important because this is where you build up your quote-unquote base, build all your units and stuff, and then you send out the units to fight the ant colonies. You know, I think the only other game to actually have ant combat in an RTS would be this one game that I found that's like really fucking old, but I forgot what it was called, but I wanted to let's play it for the channel, and Army Men RTS, which I've wanted to cover that portion of the game for some time, but stuff happened. Army Men RTS is a weird game, man. An ant race. It's like one of the campaign, I mean not campaign missions, great battle missions. Just so goofy, I love it. Alright, so right now we're bringing back the eggs. I don't know if they're going to add in different resources into this game, or if they're trying to go full on, I suppose, realistic with the ants. I don't think there's going to be stuff like Vespian gas in the game, and you can upgrade your ants to have like laser beams, but I think you can upgrade your queen to have different species, like I said beforehand. So you won't be producing just fire ants, you'll be producing fire ants in conjunction with honeypot ants, in conjunction with maybe the slaver ants. I was about to say, I think there was like an ant called the pepperjack or something, but I don't think that's not a thing. I'm making shit up. Alright, my friends. A new world awaits. One with more food. Go forth and conquer. All of our warrior ants are over here. And we need to fight this area. This is gonna be painful. Watch this. Watch this. Click that. Just watch. Oh. I was about to say they were going to attack us. I guess at sometimes they attack, sometimes they don't. Because last time I did this battle, or not this battle, this game, those 3 ants, or not these 3 ants, these 3 neutral bugs actually attacked me. Like cunts. rise any more black ants. Still have a lot of food here to capture. Bring back to the queen, feed her up, make her nice and fat, even though she's already fat. Look at that tuchus. That's a fat tuchus. Ants are cool to look at, seeing them whisk by. Did you know that ants, in order to find where food is, will leave behind a pheromone trail, and then other ants will follow that pheromone trail? It's kind of cool actually, but you can kind of understand why sometimes ants will kind of like, I don't know, drift into weird locations. Please, please, please. Yep, there we go. Go forth. Go forth, boys. I mean girls actually, because they're all girls. There's all the black ants there, so this is going to be a slaughter. At least the worker ants are trying. Points for trying, worker ants. Points for trying. Black ants, they come. You know, interestingly, I grew up in the time where there were tons of ant movies coming out. So we have Ants, then Bugs Life. Oh, wait, that's it. Ants and Bugs Life. Well, it was still weird to see like two ant movies back to back, Bugs Life and Ants. Why the hell were there so many bug movies in such a short span of time? It was just like that one year where we had 3 penguin movies, March of the Penguins, Surf's Up, and Happy Feet. Yeah, or Happy Feet 2. It might have been Happy Feet 2. Which I completely forgot about. I did not know there was a Happy Feet 2 actually, till my brain decided, hey, Masterofroflness, you remember this insignificant thing? Oh, right, Happy Feet 2. When it comes to stuff that's important, like my mom's birthday or taxes, I completely forget about. But when it comes to Happy Feet 2, you know my brain's on point with that. Alright, dig. We're going to goddamn China and meeting Trump's daughter. Let's go. Come on. Keep digging. Oh. Where is he? Where is he? Oh. There he is! There will be different types of neutral monsters, by the way. This is just the placeholder. Or not placeholder, but this is just one type. Black ants. Overwhelm him. Kill him for the queen. Look at that swarm. Yeah, I'm just building up enough black ants so that this boss battle will go by easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't think there's any more food on the map actually. Let me check. No, there's some food. There's some here and here. The trick is, if you keep building, you don't need a lot of food storage. But food storage is free, so it doesn't really matter. I suppose food storage when you have to fight against, like, neutral gigantic monsters, or when there's honeypot ants involved, will be needed massively, actually. Come on, keep digging. Dig! If the ants don't speak another language, then you're not digging hard enough. Sometimes my camera is getting stuck, however, so I'm forced to use the arrow keys. I hope they actually fix that. Okay, so far so good. Antkind is saved thanks to the hard work of the worker ants as well as the black ants, of course. You know, Ants is a weird movie because you see, most of the characters were guys, but ants are just female besides the drones, except for that Christopher Walken character. All of them were guys, which is kind of it's just strange sometimes. Suppose it wouldn't make sense to actually make them. Actually, you know, it'd be kind of cool. Wouldn't make sense in a movie. Actually, no, wait. No, I don't think so. I think they could definitely have an all-female ant movie. But then again, Now this opens up different areas actually that I want to explore. Like, how do you explore love between ants when none of them can actually reproduce? I suppose it is just a movie though. That one guy over there is really expecting me to just barrel down on him. And this, what are you doing? Wake up, buddy. You can't really control your ants. You just tell them where to go and then they go. So right now we have a mass of black ants kind of doing some sort of weird orgy. Obviously, ants worship the chaos god Slaanesh. That is why this is happening right now. Okay. Food storage, away! You know, actually, getting food storage in areas close to where you know food would be is actually a good strategy because, hey, now I don't need to go all the way back here, for example, to deliver food. I'm not sure if food degrades, but it would shorten time. But yeah, there's not a lot of bug games actually, period. And bug films as well. There's only been like 2. Actually 3 if you count B-Movie. Now that is a weird fucking movie. See, at least with ants and Bugs Life, I can understand the idea of like ants wanting to procreate with each other, but B-Movie with the human and the bee, that's just weird. That is 100% like Jerry Springer. What are you doing? I suppose, what does he do? He doesn't really have a career. Nope. Get back. You know, I gotta say, out of all the Kickstarters I've seen, I hope this one actually succeeds because it looks like, 1, it has a feasible goal, and 2, you have already a working game. Like, if you want to play Empires of the Undergrowth, just the underground version, you can damn well do so. And this is a damn fine game with almost no crashes whatsoever. And then the final version of the game obviously will have all the features that will make this game into a living god. Now let's finally fight the boss, or quote unquote the boss, which is basically this blob of units. We don't have any more food left. That is the last piece of food. If we get it, we will become the strongest ant colony ever to exist. But if we don't get it, it's the end. Here they come. The flood. Onward. It's like the Persians versus the Spartans at 300. Only we're the Persians now. Come on, boys. This is a battle of attrition. Okay, I think we're winning. You know, you can't really get advanced with ant combat. I mean, all you're doing is pecking at people with your teeth. It's not gonna get any more creative than this. Oh my god, we're so close to losing this. Fuck. We lost. I wonder what we could have done better. Maybe I wasted too much on workers because I have 22 workers. Maybe I just needed 10 workers. Maybe just 11 workers? Like, there's some droplets of food over here, so I don't know. Maybe some of the food I couldn't get because, oh, you know what we need to do now? We need to hope that our workers can deliver food. This one ant will be the hero. Pick up the food, you dummy. Of course. Well, I suppose that has been Empires of the Undergrowth. Worker ants are free, however, so we can just keep losing them over and over again. This is a little bit unfortunate. I wonder if I can maybe dig a hole this way. I can maybe bypass these guys. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Dig, keep digging, keep digging. Where is the one warrior ant we have? Oh, alright. She's coming. Keep digging. Please, for the love of the ant god, please dig and keep digging. Does our queen fight? I don't know. No, you fool! Oh, the god. If I just keep having worker ants spawn, maybe the queen will live. Here, some ants are bypassing these guys, so that's good. This is insanely intense. No, the queen! Queen is very tanky because she is massive, but she's not invincible. This warrior ant will move. We got 7! We got 7 warrior ants! Go back! Go back! Come! Fight! Please. Please, you can do it. You can do it. Believe in yourselves! Fuck! Okay, we won't be able to expand, but maybe just like at the end of Ants, we can find a new queen. Is that it though? Like, I really want to kill these things. They just barrel onto my queen. How do they even know I have a queen? What if I'm queenless? Right now I feel pretty queenless though. This is just unfortunate. So close. There's really not much to talk about in this game. It's a game where you play as an ant. I mean, I'd love to talk about the behavior of ants and have more ant facts, like, oh hey, did you know X, Y, and Z thing? But I don't know fuck all about ants. I look at an ant and I'm like, it's a fucking ant. Like, again, I used to know when I was a kid a lot of stuff about bugs because I wanted to be a zookeeper, like Steve Irwin. Actually, I don't think he was a zookeeper, but whatever. I wanted to be like him. But then the stingray came and shanked him, and so now I don't want to be Steve Irwin because I don't want to get shanked by a stingray. In any case, that is Empires of the Undergrowth. My colony is dead. The queen is dead. The worker ants are dead. Everything's dead. No one lived through this. Fuck you. These weird earring bugs. Oh, that's what they're called. Actually, that's not what they're called, but that's what I used to call them. It used to be... Like, I used to call them just the earring bugs. Okay, so one worker ant has survived the carnage, but now has revealed himself to the enemy, so now he's about as fucked as a goose. However, one egg has survived. No, I don't think we're gonna wait long enough for it. Oh, okay, yeah, it's okay. My name's been Masterofroflness. I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo.